Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just making some changes. Oh my god. Hello everyone, H-Doctor here, and welcome to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. I am so glad to finally be streaming again. Oh, that's good. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm so glad to finally be streaming again. And, God, I love this series. First of all, I'm just glad to finally be able to be streaming again. I got a brand new gaming PC that can actually handle this shit I do. So that's great. And I decided to wait until I started streaming again to play the Apollo Justice Trilogy. This game was gifted to me by a very close friend of mine, and they're also the ones that made this stream overlay. They come in, I'll let them know that it's them. I'll let you guys know that it's them. And honestly, the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, I'm so glad exists because I love the Ace Attorney series first of all. And second of all, Apollo is like my favorite character. I actually cosplay Sam sometime when I go to conventions, and I'm just so glad that his games got the remake trilogy. What we need now is mostly Athena's games. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, I was messing around with the scroll wheel, that's so neat. Alright, let's see what we do. Episode 4. Talking about Succession. Oh, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Okay, what? Okay, game selection. Apollo Justice. Oh, okay. Oh, so we can choose from the different episodes in each game. Oh, that's neat. Dual Destinies. And then, oh, and we get the special episode for the DLC, the 3DS versions. Oh, that's neat. Spirit of Justice. That's a special episode. Contains spoilers. Orchestra Hall. Alright, so yeah, obviously spoilers. I love that. Okay, that's cool. The art library. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, we get some like opening cinematic. Oh my god. Okay, we'll check this out later, but holy crap, this is cool. Animation studio. Oh, it should. Oh, okay. Well, we'll check this all later at the end. Oh, these are achievements. Oh, we can change the outfit for like Spirited Jet. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, that's so neat. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so these are achievements. They added achievements to this game. Oh, that's so neat. Okay, hold on. We'll mess around with the outfits when we get to oh, okay, that's neat. Alright, obviously, we're gonna have to start with the first one. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat. Episode 1, Turnabout Trump. I've seen that intro so much. Mostly because of the trailers. I have not played this game like 50,000 different times. I didn't actually beat it without a guide, I'll be honest. But I'm going to try to do this without a guide. I'm just going to save scum. panicked, palm sweaty. I can admit it, I'm nervous. Good morning. Ah, Clavier. Good morning, sir. Tense, Justice. I'm uptight. Wound up, sir? No. I'm loose. I'm fine. That's Sir James. Is that your voice? I suppose it is to be expected. First trial and it's homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? Oh no, it's not Clavier, it's Christoph. Ugh, fuck me. Never compare Clavier to Christoph. It's the hair. I got at 5 AM to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. That explains it. I did just start doing rasping quality to speech. Alright. This will come today. Oh, this is not like much. Never did it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down. You get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night before. Can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. It might take you the wrong way. Preparing your case, you might want to introduce yourself to the client. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I am a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. My friend has been accused of murder. And my boss wants to help him out, of course. So do I. And there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Hey, Phoenix. Whoa. Good morning. It's all to you today. First trial, nervous, spinning in, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So you're fine. I'm fine. Mr. Fine. God damn it. Dad jokes. I do remember you having an idea. Oh, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay with me? Mr. Gavin's a top-notch defense attorney. He's your friend, so why? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time. Shall we? Yes, sir. God damn with the dad jokes. Alright, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice. April 20th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is fine. Ready, Your Honor. I'm going like panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Quite sure. Your voice sounds a bit strained. Ahem. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, this attorney must always accede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. To entrust this case to this greenhorn, I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Alright, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have Chords of Steel? Well, let's begin. The defense may enter the courtroom. With the defendant. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further, then. The prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne? To think I saw you enter this courtroom as a fresh attorney, and now I'll leave you in chains. What's in pain? Still as ever, I see. God, frickin'... Ahem. crime occurred at Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack. Killed him cold. Customer at the restaurant, you say. The defendant, you say he was a pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. Pianist. This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Grape juice is apparently the defendant's drink of choice. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Deadly bottle added to the court record. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court. Yeah, I know. It says E. Check the court record. So, victim was a customer at this restaurant. But who was this Shady Smith? Shady Smith. Okay, first let's just investigate everything. Okay, so starting in the 5th episode of what is basically a remaster of the first game, you can now investigation. There's a number inscribed on the back of the page. The menu number site, like it, this one's mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. To check the truth, I get a happy feeling just like that. Follow. Alright, let's just investigate everything. Favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with Borscht. The bottle's completely empty. Alright, now much to check here. Let's continue. We believe he was a traveler here. Traveler. According to his passport, he'd been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That, too, is unclear at this present time. I believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club at the night of the crime. They had only just met. Why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to have been the case. Now, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. Not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain it. As we can see, the game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself. Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basis. Objection! It's true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker. It's true. The fuck. But yet it was only that in a game, in a sense. A competition. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent flash of passions. Only the cards, the backs of the flame. No, it's fine. Again? The cards on the table have blue backs, right? I believe the defense was waxing his waxing body and took his impressive women! That will be your first order of business here. Find out more about this fatal game of cards. I should stop using autoplay. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held at the night of the crime. My pleasure. Oh, it has an autosave feature. I just noticed. This is my first trial. Here goes nothing. Pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. Your real job is to take an interested customer somewhere at the poker table. The room where we play in the competition and there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. Play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. And the customers are happy. Pianist, you can't play piano? Better than a defense attorney, you can't Shut the fuck up, Payne! Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. First cross-examination. Jeez, don't blow it. You alright? Sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? Figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds straight and present. Watch me perform cross-examinations many times. You've never done one yourself. For pressure? Nah! No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one. You better do more than think. No, I'm fine. Course is still ready for battle. Press and present. Any inconsistencies, test them. Yep. Pianist by trade, did you hardly play at all? No job was taken just to cut dishes over the table. Okay, so I don't remember any of this, or hardly remember any of this, so I'm just gonna hold it! 2 decks. Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you change your decks, someone can slip in cards. Something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there's some blanks scattered on the floor. Besides the cards on the table, cards on the floor, each one forming a complete deck. Privacy paints and blue by sets of cards. It's quite good. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards in the deck. One deck of cards that's red, and the other blue. If you recall, I'm hoping to make 5 card games. You can see how it'd be easy to cheat. Yeah, game at hands. Hold it! Let's just press everything. You can hardly play. I play sometimes. Guess what's the mandate? So I play them one song. That's usually all the time. Was that supposed to be a post just now? The title of Pianist is a mask. A respectable face over for the world of English. Why are you really at the Borscht Poker? Hold it! Hey, you just play poker. That would seem to be the case. I'm a professional at it. Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to. Pain, I could pick you up by that damn doinker on your head. Yes. Your imagination was always more limited instead. What? I played poker for 7 years and nothing. And I've never lost once. What? See where the customers come from. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. That's quite a draw. It is, quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, professional. I've played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? No, it isn't. Because, yeah, Phoenix lost. Hold it! Is an attraction. That's quite a history, actually. Borscht Poker used to be gathering spot for black market types. Black market. All in the past, things like the black market are all in the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made on that table. Right there in that smoky room. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the world. Meanwhile, everyone keeps watching the small window. Where's the picture? There might a few other tricks too, but it was common knowledge to our players. At any rate, they come to play poker and receive the message. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Sure. You are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you are the very moment that crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime? That's strange. What's strange? I'm testifying about the competition. That's me about the crime at this point against the rules of the court. And of course, I accept your private objection to the facts. I completely let that one slip by. Not a discord yet, Justice. Sir? Right. Something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connections to the case of parents. And I'd like to hear from you. Sure, why not? Arabelle, the defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. I've got myself a whole new testimony. Alright. Well, please silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the weapon. Objection! Opening objection for having presented evidence during your first cross-examination. So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. It's a bottle of grape juice. Right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Ugh. Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see. And it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. I'm not saying that. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case. What about my course of steel? Christ. Anyway, wait, can you even hear that? What's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. For the fuck's sake, Payne! Well, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? Well, the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What is that? Judgy! It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there could be only one reason for that. Yes. To brain someone with a bottle. Wait. Yeah, no, brain. What the fuck is that phrase? I've never heard that phrase before. Mr. Gavin, I think it's just a return for the worse. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Shut the fuck up, Kristoff. Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it that reported the murder to the police? Mr. Wright, but still that... Really? Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors from the ground level. Of course, cell phones carry good reception so far. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. This call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see. This is the phone that made the call. Alright, that's so far as the defendant couldn't just flood the scene of the crime for searches. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being cooperative. He's safe, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with that client long enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about... What was it that you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. You're as good as they say you are. Someone else? I must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now's been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Oh, you! Please restate her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I summarized that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns! So use a little hair gel. Relax, Pete. I have no fear if any horns point in your direction. This court will get them off. Come on, leave him alone. You sure? I Swear it on my gavel. Please, come out. Isn't violence against her a crime, Your Honor? I'm sure that is okay. Isn't she Russian? Should I do a Russian accent? And I should probably slip softly in the chair. Wait a minute. The prosecution care to explain the witness paraphernalia? What? Yes. She is a professional. Those are merely the tools of the trade. That would be... The name is Olga Orlov. Employed as waitress in Borscht restaurant. And by the of course, it is my private service Borscht that is named restaurant. But I also perform other service. Should I do a Russian accent? No, I don't think I should try. I take it one of these services is taking cosmic pictures. Like for example, this one. That's the defendant? Indeed, the night of the murder. The man in white hat is what we got to work. Indeed, there's a victim. Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It's the same way as I drop bowls of course on collapsed customers. Casually. The court will usually casually accept this new evidence. Oh! Hold on. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the upside down fingerprints can be used as evidence. Can be used to disprove Mr. Red because the bottles are down there, so you can like sort of pick one up like this. Like you pick it up like this. If that makes any sense. Is that borscht? Am I stupid? I'll have to look it up. Now, witness, where were you at the time? I was in the room. The hideout. This room where famous gangster, that guy was arrested. Fuck's sake. Shady Smith, Winston Payne. Oh, really? Right. Stop that. These fucking pun names. This room what? You look at utter surprise. He just left. I will post my door later for you. Which will be numbered if you won't find me. I'll take it. So there were 3 people in the room at the time. Victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orlov, our witness. Alright, hold on. I get a bit of sugar into my system so I can actually stay awake. Trash can's up there. We testified to the court about that night's events. That night, the customer asked me to deal cards for him. It was cold, but the players played with pads on. Victim, he plays whole time with his hand on the locked door's neck. Then last hand is done. Something terrible is happening. The man flew with the victim and began strangling him to death. Objection! That's ridiculous. Mr. Wright can't lose. Hold on. I have a feeling that the stream is kind of screwed. Nope, it's just my screen. Okay. Shut. You can come up with more legitimate objection, but you hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case in my first 7 years as a prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips that as they lay at the very moment of the crime. Hidden chips on the side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. And those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, say? Yes, imagine that poker is poker. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the sports. I know that. After all my youth, that was known as the poker head of the courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. This picture, it does seem like most of the chips are on the victim's side. Okay, I already see something. Objection! So much fun. Strangled, you say? That's odd. Normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss Orley, did you witness the crime? That lobster? Lobster. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yes, it's the fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Ish. Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during the investigation. That's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly was hit. Yes, it was. But I've seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck. Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this one through some. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. Seems like we should continue the cross-examination. Such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. Such thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Oh! Objection! You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gaffett said, but what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. Victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Mr. Justice. I'm impressed. You knew you'd be able to get this. What does it mean? If you are to believe this witness's testimony as is, the locket disappeared from following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when I think about it. It's done, someone must have taken it off. Wait, you don't mean the defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all? He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say, yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck. Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket. Photographed. Photo of my daughter. Come again? So right, you have a daughter. We confirmed at the time of arrest. Picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket. It's just coincidence. Oh no, the results of this poker game led to the murder. Perhaps we should hear a bit more of the outcome of this game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear that the defendant lost badly. Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendants. The game began with 35 points and chips for each one. Those chips come in two sides, small and large. Wait, Arthur. not super big on watching streams, but I happen to see that you were streaming this game. Just wanted to drop in for 5 seconds to say that I love Apollo Justice. Me too! That's why I'm playing the game! Alright, the moment Lost was decided, defending grabs bottom from table, and yeah. Indeed. Looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. This court knows poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? I've done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I've done. A common tale, but true. He thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Stupid typos. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so his testimony must be wrong. Any special rules? No, not special. Usual game. Short games. Which man gave it 3,500 to it? That would be exactly 7,000 points. This is plenty for long division. Small and large. Hold it! All the chips. This is a photo of all the chips that were used. Of course. Those fisherman's chips. Yeah, press hard. You can explain a bit about these chips. Explain? What is that? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fishing chips. Not fish with the old block, not motorcycle chop gun. Shut the fuck up! Thanks. Now that I've pressed it, I better ask. What are the chips worth? Dollars, rubles, yen. As I've been saying before in this game, or perhaps for capitalists understand! Two types of chip. 110,000 chip. It's not money. Justice. Sorry. Don't you find your comment interesting? More ways than one, sir. Add to testimony. Yep, added to the testimony. Alright. Yep, I can obviously see the discrepancy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At these 1,000 point chips, then we're about 1, 2. So it's exactly 7,000, but it's divided very weirdly. Objection! You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which ones are worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Ah, I thought so too. But the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. The combined total value was 7,000. Calculation for they are wrong. Now, with this photo, it actually shows all the chips. The big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small chips are worth 100. When you add them up, how much is it? How much yourself? You're not in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Let me go with this. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. The chips are indeed shown in the photograph. There will be one answer. What is it? The value of the chips is the other way around. What? Wanna know what I think? Small chips were worth 1,000 points. The big ones were only worth 500. 100. Madness! Utter madness! Show me that photograph of the chips again. 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you have one. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But when... The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the larger ship still. Ah! Exactly. Small ships are worth 1,000, and the larger ship are worth 100. Let's do a little math. Now that the points for each side of the table. Ah! Quantity does not mean quality, Paniatic. Victim, Mr. Smith. Oh, yep, 4,100 points. Hold on. Oh, seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible. The client had even less reason to kill the victim. He was winning. Now, Miss Harley, you must have known the true value of chips, since you were there at the scene. Weren't you? It is a lobster! Order! Order! It proves the defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the suspect. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Harley? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see... see what, Miss Harley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was a cheat. Cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam? All the same thing! Yes, there was cheats in the last hand. And this why games ends with chips as they are. Right? Listen, great. There's no lying, no cheating. Interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. Last hand, both men have full house. There's 4 of each card death, instantly. If you look at both men's hands, cheats are obvious. The next moment being because of arguments. The defendant's trick was exposed. Oh. Oh, yeah, 4 in each... But 2 decks! Sorry, why did you not tell this court from the very beginning? I spelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. Full house is a very high-scoring hand. I'm easy to make in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than 2 decks! 2 decks were used! It's a full house. Yep. Secret court poker. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see just everybody in court 2 just like playing just casual poker. And 1 pair and 1 3 of the cards. That's full house. Doesn't sound as very easy to make. You can see each player's hand in this room. Yeah, but they use 2 decks. You forget, there's a very easy way to make full house. And go undefeated in 7 years. You cheat. 2 decks! Was it clear? Well, the defendant, they played a 5th ace. So I remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand is 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's has 2. Obviously, cheating was a foot, or should I say, a hand. Your Honor, perhaps Mr. Reactions doesn't know without Mr. Payne's joke. Oh! I meant to check the record. Hold on, I think it's this one. Objection! No, it's not. Hold it! 5th ace. Ah, it should not exist, no? I still remember both hands very well. No music. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point it at the second deck.
Take that!
Why, it's here, of course. It's where? Is that your point? Where? God damn it! Oh.
Take that!
Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. As you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace.
Objection!
Take another look at the evidence, Payne. Yeah, Nick. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, alright. And it's going on right here in this courtroom. 2 aces in each player's hand. Does make for joking. Are they proof of cheating? Wait, please. It is true, I've seen it. The 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Here's what boxes. Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. Like that, if you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. Yes. Mr. Payne. The player's hands that night were set aside as evidence. The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? Victim's cards or the defendant's cards? There's some proof cheating was going on. Nothing wrong. No. Oh, it's G. Save scum! It's the victim's hand that was changed over the course of the testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. See the evidence. Victim's hand. I was wasting. Get to it, Justice. I'm not doing that. Oh, use the arrow keys to turn it around. There we go! What? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. 2 decks of cards, you dumb fucks. That's just impossible. Ah. Is that Miss Orley? No, yeah. Really said. Hey. Honor? Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me. What is the easiest way to cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend. Comrade, I should say. The dealer. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. Professional. Yeah. It is. Order. Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. It's impossible, but I put that card from right side. Ergo, this Orley conspired to cheat. Now, client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Not only did she cheat, but she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's hard to imagine altercation between her and the victim. Hello, idiot sandwich. Welcome to the stream. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness of Miss Orley, are you? Act for justice. 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And Mr. Wright isn't guilty, and that means the defendant accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. It is a lobster! Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga? It appears she's lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice, Your Honor. It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means the court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it. Held out. I see no point prolonging the trial of this day. The prosecution will need to make further...
Objection!
I forgot that's your voice, Phoenix. Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think. One of the cards had a different color back. What do you wonder what What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous. Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent. Really ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As we said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. Oh, shit. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. One color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same color, 2 decks might get mixed. Use different colors and we still got mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game. But that's for some reason, I have this impression that we're using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. It's cheating. Yes, the card is slipped into the deck that would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Hello? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh. Might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? Save scum! Well, weren't they swapped during the murder? Well, we heard a moment at the end of this. Will that be the moment the cards were shown? Or perhaps the moment when the cheater was revealed? Or maybe the very moment the bottle came down and Mr. Smith said, can I have a moment? That moment could cost you the case. Let's go after him. Gotta save for the right one, yep. What was that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly.
Objection!
Yes, but tell me. How do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Opening the backs of the cards are a different color. If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Quite true. I mean, the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown. Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's been over? Who would do that? Indeed, it's one of the mysteries of physics. There's another? Yeah, simple. Yep, just as the question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for the blue card? The game, murderer is dead. Victim is dead. And the 2 remain in the room, alive. That is defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness overruled. Suppose you swapped the red card for... Who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. Yeah, it doesn't seem to... Like, it could have been Olga either. What are you suggesting? It's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. Fucking liars! Hold on. The liars are fucked. What the fuck am I doing? As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Olga. Yes, I know, but She was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong colored card. If the card was swapped in the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? My apologies, Your Honor. I was thinking about how much fun this is. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card was the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it? Yeah, well, that's the question, isn't it? Precisely. I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. That someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong card. This one who did swap didn't know the two cards the cards were used. Another mistake was the number on the card. Right, the first one placed the fifth ace. The king. I'm sure whoever was swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and... But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, until now. But you have to admit a possibility of a fourth person. That's more than a possibility. There was someone else there at the night at the scene of the crime. What? I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. Trials proceed on one central subject, namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns the assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that's a problem, yeah. What is adjourned for a brief recess? Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly. Farewell. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. Alright, one sec. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Suddenly, there was another person that seemed to crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Oh, no. I think you'd like... Oh, that was just... I think you would know the answer to that. Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I would ask that you leave the defendant to your defense. Otherwise, I go to the up. I see how you know that one about stuff. Justice. Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chamber, so carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. The locker? Is that really yours, Mr. Wright? You wondered about the victim's disappearing in the pit. Here, you can take a look at it. It's a picture of my daughter there. So crazy that Phoenix had a daughter. I'm just surprised to hear he had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that man, was it you? What do you think? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I'll never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for a whole 7 years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards on all night and still win. Poker. See, poker's all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is like trial law. Figure out what your opponent's thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can be a valuable source of information. You're kidding! That witness, for instance, specifically. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No, I didn't notice that. Words, habits, twitches. It's all about the information. That's the secret to winning, Paul. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on me. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these secrets. No, you can do it. just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will, soon. Almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone. I have my reasons, of course. Shall be revealed. Hello? I need you to be there. Defend me. Give me power. Power? I have no idea my course is super special. Against now? We'll show up against now. Do your best. April 20th, 12:14 p.m., District Courtroom number 2. Oh boy, this will be interesting. Yep. Court will now reconvene. As her witness, Miss Olga Orley recovered. Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regaining consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events. That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing testimony or prosecutor. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well, the witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Perhaps you better admit that you're a poor liar. Poor loser. Not. There we go. Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley. Yeah, I think you got the joke. Oh, really? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my name does sound like oh, really. There, that's the truth. Hope you're satisfied. Witness, you'll tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? I'm gonna remind you that you're currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. Guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planning to have the Porsche Polo Club several days prior to the night. That's what so you were in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help, it's a well-known poker player in some circles. But when he was the main purpose of this game, he was about destroying the legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Flight. That was simple. All good. You see, we set up a trap as he finds a card in his pocket and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. The Smith will call him out and search it. He'll pull out, find a card, and the trap will snap shut. Swap the cards! Cheater and losing on top of it. That would be a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Maybe Todd red-handed that sheet and cast out on all his priorities. 7-year legend destroyed by 1 minute. That is the play. Oh, really, Orley? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. Mistake? I agree, the trap was elegant. Yeah, what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right. He's lucky. Okay. You have to be slipped free from trap laid by Olga Quickfingers Orley. If you haven't picked up on the joke yet, you are so innocent. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. And you're through being bad, perhaps could you testify to the court? Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Right. Card we're supposed to, right left hands. Search them, but the planted card was gone. Trap failed. Next moment, like the bottle and swap it. It wasn't me, it was Smith. It was that noble cheating defendant. words. Mr. Right was to have switched the 5 with the ace to the flats. At least that's what you would do. You're going to accuse him of doing it, thereby ruining his legend. I slid it into Wright's pocket. What was this? Right before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the borscht bowl, we served borscht and suckers. I mean, to never go there. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. A good borscht and a good plot was put to early to have been allowed to thicken. Lost the hand like he was supposed to, that's what searched it. Hold it! So everything went according to plan. Exactly. The 5th ace came out besides once. The switch went off without age. The signature card was found in his pocket. I would be forever known as a cheater. There are worse things to be known as. Just tell us what happened in the search. Trap was playing. Hold it! Don't have a good feeling for what comes next. Oh, I know exactly what comes next. I've played this game before. Card disappeared. Yeah, my trump card. 5 cards. Gone. Without a trace. Poof. Zippo. He searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little cat. The card was nowhere to be found, is this correct? My long, storied career has quick fingers orally been so readily duped. Look at me. He asked that she lie in two-faced defendants. Of course, it's almost an action. Hold it! What's on? He searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing, which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. Well... what was that just now? Said something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? Nope, nothing. Yeah. Arrest Arden. Arrest Arden. You're hiding something. What are you talking about? You... me? Quick fingers Orly. Hiding. The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw when Mr. Wright hit him. Yep. With my own eyes, I saw it. Was this word 5 setting? That witness, for instance. Sorry. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Touching her neck was... Yes! Apollo's ability. Sensation. It's coming into focus. Yeah, the twitch is so clear. I can perceive her habit, like I couldn't before. Yep. Apollo's ability, perceive. Gotcha! Miss Orly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. But whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of her testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. The memory? What? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. The claim of the witness is remembering something. Do we have evidence of this memory to show us? Habit scratching her neck enough to talk about the memory. slowly scratch your neck. I've noticed that when you think about the moment, there must be some reason for this happening. I believe the weapon that left. Yep. Okay. I believe the weapon that left an discernible impression on your neck is this. I'm gonna say it's this. Take that! Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck, and what reminds us more than this bottle of the murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you're only to witness the crime, why would they make you touch your neck like that, like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you. It's a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. Shut up, Payne! The witness's habits? They're completely irrelevant. Justice. I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later, just trust me. Now's our only chance to break it. Miss Orley, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet, I am knowing nothing. We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now. Fine. How did she change so quickly? He was the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got here. Hold it! You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. Eyes all over the place. It's getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like? Well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in the daze at the table until the cops came. We've gotten testimony. I think it's a bitch. That did not come out. It's basically bogus. Contradicts the evidence. What's that? Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. The evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony. She didn't let him out for citing to the contrary. I know there's some evidence that contradicts it. She didn't let him out of her sight to the contrary. Yes. No. Nope. Pitch. Should I say piss and bitch at the same time? I don't know why. Hold it! Okay, save scum. Can't. Oh, for the love of fuck. Orley. Yes! We have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It says that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made the phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bolt. So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. It is a lobster! I'm just gonna keep with that joke. The man who picked up a bottle and swung at that net wasn't the defendant. This time Smith grabbed the bottle next to right, and he hit me. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? Oh, when you came to. That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness! This is madness! I'm dreaming! Must have been me who hit the bottle. It appears our prosecution's at its wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this term of defense? Mr. Gavin, sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call her Miss Orley a big fat lie. Three were in that room the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and the crime. There's a motive. The plot failed. We just got into an argument with Mr. Klein. The client, Mr. Smith. And the announcement of that argument was murder. What? I'm gonna kill her. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Oh, I actually do really believe Miss Orley. Tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph. What do you say? Why not consider the other possibility? That there is another person right. Mr. Wright was saying before recess. Single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know two colors of the card could be used. Theory again. The fourth person doesn't exist. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and a chance for deception. Place to catch the real criminal. And, good luck, a clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly proven to us. And right at the beginning of the trial. Perhaps you know what I'm talking about? Sorry, no. Remember what I said? The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. Your seat wasn't considering the card on the backs of the cards. I'm gonna wrap up the stream after this case because reading a lot tends to fuck me up. Right, but how could such an obvious mistake be? The cards used for the last game were red. Yes, there is one person who it's not those cards were blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Oh yeah. I pressed D. Take that! As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right? Stop that. You were the first person. Of course, Mr. Gavin knows all the comments. However, as you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which the cards are one's on the floor or the table. But look, you can see the colors in this photo. Yeah, but when you said the cards were blue, it was well before the evidence came to light. It's true that the family got engaged in the there's only that, a game. Competition. Yeah, test the wits, satisfy your passions, find the cards and backs with the blue flame. Fucking hell, Phoenix! This is why you're the best. Oh, Christoph. Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? Nothing. Excuse me, I was just so excited. Right, you're not seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph. You know, even I'd never take a chance. This has gone beyond ridiculous. Beyond dumb. This is insanity! The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder. Caught 4K! I assure you, I am quite sick. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection with Mr. Smith either. Okay, that was weird. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim had never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? It was a possibility, after all. I may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was saying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defendants would like to request that you testify to the
Objection!
The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin, testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orton. Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Okay. The court, in your opinion, needs to hear Mr. Wright's testimony. Yes! This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was playing this all along. And I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. Mr. Justice, you betray me, your teacher? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Persona 4! Well then, the defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff. The trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. He was knocked out cold, and Smith was uncontrollable. So I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead. I was shooting from the cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to the defense attorney, Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club at the night of the murder? I'd have with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder. Right against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, right? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took in your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir, he's lying and you're going to expose him. Why can't I have a normal trial? Please let this be a normal trial. With Phoenix? No way!
Hold it!
You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yeah, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club with my friend. They were enjoying the usual dinner, usual spot. As usual. I was eating at the table closest to the window. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting. So, placed as such on the table with her dinner. Indeed, the remnants were of my meal with Kristoff. Now for 2 hours, and then he left. After that, Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes.
Hold it!
5 minutes? So, the two of them could have passed it at the restaurant at the time. That would have been a fake encounter, to be sure. Hold on, I just got a text. Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Kristoff, Gavin, and Shady Smith may have met. I believe I didn't say that. Here, I was all nervous about this. And now we hear they just passed in the hall? It does seem a little weak as a contest. Well, it would be if that's all that really happens. Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. Alright?
Hold it!
About this failed trap. This is the same trap that was over earlier mentioned. Plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. We supplant a card in Red's pocket beforehand. Then deal 5 cards during one of their games. Once were revealed, Smith would call it out and search for it. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swap the cards! Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Yes, armless plank in essence. Frank in essence. It by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover this. I haven't put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Card should play it. Yeah, just knock a peek of it and find it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of it. Disposed the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice. I drank right beside it. Threw the card inside the bottle. Empty bottle of grape juice. The murder weapon. Nope. Nope. Nothing in there. It's jack shit. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like terrific drama. Card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. The police missed it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3, approves this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony.
Objection!
It's just gonna get increasingly more ridiculous. I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here. No. What, Mr. Wright? Surely... Oh, God. Can't say I know what happened to the card. I did put it in the bottle. Actually, 5th person. Answer that. Oh, the 6th person confirmed. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I won't have you disprove. Disproving our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle and there was nothing. What's going on? Mr. Wright, once again, the card just disappeared. Ugh, Jesus. Yep. Alright. Restaurant, I called the cops. After making a call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to me. When I returned to his head, he was shooting cut out his throat.
Hold it!
And when he returned, the victim was already dead. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. He was bleeding from his forehead after all. His name was so too, for working on a scene like that. And so we made another phone call to the defense attorney. I obviously got involved in a rather sticky affair. But I figure Kristoff's law offices would give me a friend rate for my defense fees. I'd hear you entitled to pay. Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved after all. And I find the price of your defense quite high with well, you know what to do, everybody. Save scum! Gavin's getting real mad, yeah.
Oh! Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may, take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I want to think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Justice, I suddenly point out an inconsistency. Put a little more blue things. Mr. Wright, I think this one's... Ah, forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat backwards. The hat on the dead man's head. I'm going through our entire property. Call the police when I return to the scene. This head was in full view. Shining bright, just like this one. Just had it before and went on his head. Why do you do a thing like that? All I can say is that's the only thing I touched the person. So it was or they didn't see it. It being the victim's head. Think not. She's on hold. I believe I was on this. Mr. Gavin? Pardon. It just seems our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Hey, he's still the client, isn't he? I believe that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? The witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you can't lose your attorney's badge to the person. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christophe. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first one. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here. I noticed the trap. Part of the bottle to dispose of it. Bro is fuming so hard. Yeah, no, Christophe is, a bitch. First, notice the trap. I put part of the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the side, she said, that reason is right here. That night, I told that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin and called the police. Just in case, I overheard our conversation. Now that we're all here, don't see any reason why I shouldn't play this back for the court. Christophe, seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well. Something like that. The gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good. Turned out to be dead. Someone hit him hard. Means someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? It wasn't you, was it? Me? Please. Cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should come to that. Bone china plate. Kind of porcelain. Very smooth and shiny. And not plate, but paid. Maybe was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. Court appreciates the defense's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left at the Borscht Bowl. He left the Borscht Bowl Club? Most certainly. Then, how do you know? When did you see this bone china plate? Oh, that's right! Yes, that was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Trouble, I returned to the crime scene. When I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin has been sent. She would like to tell Mr. Court exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head. So, that's why the victim's head. Why, Mr. Gavin? Order! I will have order! Mr. Payne! Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. I am prepared to hear the defense attorney Gavin's testimony. Well, as the prosecutor, Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes, after which Mr. Gavin will stand for the cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This will be the final recess of the day. Alright, I'm gonna check a thing and then we'll get to this. Alright. So Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who'd have thought today would turn out like this? May I? Oh, that's not a good voice. Hey, Trucy! Huh? Hello, sir. Please, pick a card. What's all this about? This one okay? Excellent. have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You need a trump card to make it. A trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all. Nice. Where do I remember that card from? Yep. Watch it for it. Is this blood? Wait a minute, did that say Capcom? Never trump card. It's up to you. Check out the deck and draw the truth. Father's face and the I know you can do it. Thanks, Tracy. Okay. Yep. Hold on. Fuck. Not in the court record. I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl, I seen her recently, but where? I made the connection. Bloody Ace added to the court record. Yep. I'm pretty sure that says Capcom. That says Capcom. Court will now reconvene. Defense attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. The witness, state his name and occupation. This is farce necessary. Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this court. Fine, play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? The secret, I'm guessing, is the fact that this is involved. Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have inordinate...
Objection!
Phoenix! I wouldn't call it an ornament, Mr. Wright, what do you think you're doing right? Wow, make sure you're doing different from the other side. You know what I mean, Paula? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night and never once in the office. Except for that one time. That one time, when the incident was hit. Oh! Mr. Wright returned from the crime, that hat was lying on the floor. And Mr. Wright picked it back up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, would have had to enter in the hideout at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the root killer. Is that what you're trying to say? Not bad, Apollo. I love that portrait! I love that! Oh, I have to write in my F12 button. Hold on. There we go. Mr. Gavin. I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with you. What? Oh, I assure you I have had the noblest intentions. Even all, protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet, I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide it. Very well, 1 minute to go through what happened. Yep. It was... It's F12. The rage I sensed in that man that my trouble, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, as it was in front. Bald head, unconscious girl, and right over the wall of his feet. Since that was not the best place for me, I began to so that's when the call came from Wright. So, you witnessed the murder? For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you're on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. What else can I say? I'm standing on the witness stand after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you have to testify as you just did. And you had to tell them you saw the scene through the little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that, because that was the only probable window of opportunity, right, Apollo? Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial's getting weirder and weirder. Yep.
Hold it!
That man, you mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers. His aura shows that. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that. So then, you knew the true nature of your client's job. Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. That makes sense then. They were friends. Word from my friend that I returned to them. See, I feared this Mr. Smith might be something that himself at school. Went down in the basement, peeked in a little window.
Hold it!
No window. I mean, the one used to keep watch at the stairs. Yeah, well, look at the ancient house. Like markers used to. Through the trouble of peeking through the window. It would have been easier to just open the door and go to the room. I didn't want to upset Rex. Upset Mr. White? Yes, one of my fears of it. I'd be walking around the match. That form is at least.
Hold it!
Those were the only threats in the crowd. Yes, as far as I saw at least. And we're back where we started. One was the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who else could it be? Why wouldn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very thing. Second, my office was as a defendant. Even after seeing what I did, I couldn't have been my friend.
Objection!
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Just as I said. I just said I saw no one, not a soul. That goes against what Mr. Wright said. Ah yes, it was a serious fourth person. Conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Wright. Pose a question. Tell me, what possibility did the real killer have? What possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hands? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing is necessary. Save scum! That card, yeah.
Take that!
My reason is, this. Is that an ace? Why? It's got blood on it! Right next to the spade! What? This is insane! Why wasn't I told about this? Why? Could this be the missing fifth ace? Inconceivable! What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. That's what you're getting so upset. It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club and I gave it to my daughter. Cards were a stock and trade.
Objection!
No, impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. Fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I would think the only person who would know it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Let me to a moment. What if this trace of blood was missing? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. What are you going to do with this? Take another look at the photo in the victim's head. One of the crimes had felt on the floor. And take a look at a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? Suppose. The killer then took the card to hide.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is not permissible. Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime is to conceal evidence. We can discuss the final points of our legal system. What's important now is that I have answered your question. We can talk about it. You want to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene? And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence.
Objection!
This is baseless conjecture. Baseless!
Objection!
Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. Yes! I love that. That's a lie. I assure you, it's quite based. I got the screenshot. We're gonna continue, everyone. What? It's amazing, really. single drop of blood on a single card lead us to the truth. There we go. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, idiot sandwich. Yes. And I can see the chat go up before it appears on stream. I don't know why it's like that. Whatever. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? You're picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. Oh, I love that. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found with a poker tip. And before the killer swapped the card out, it was a single card without a drop of blood on the victim's hand. Okay, for some reason it's not appearing on screen, but Idiot Sandwich did say there we go. I want to just see if we can... Oh, it's flipped. Okay, well it's there. So I just wanted to make sure it popped up, because for some reason it's not appearing on stream. Let me reset the chat box. Oh, did it just... Oh, for the love of God. Why is it delayed like that? Okay, that's lame. Whatever, we're continuing. Whatever. There's a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with the scene. What is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on the card, whose position in this diagram is correct. Victims, killers, witnesses, second witnesses. Well, for one thing, the killer's in the wrong place, I think. Mr. Justice, your job here is not to think, but to know. Just looking at you reminded me of the good old days. Not the old days. Not the good old days, per se. Bruh! Both of you! Give him a break! Oh, right! The second witness wouldn't be able to see the killer because of the window!
Take that!
Second witness's position is the problem. Second witness, that would be Mr. Gavin, yeah? The second witness's position is far less problematic than yours right now, Justice. Or perhaps perilous is a better word. Oh! Oh, I remember! I remember now. I remember. Oh, isn't the victim's position this good? I'm gonna follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Look, the victim's on two. Look, the victim was struck on the head, sending it back in his chair. I think any blood would fall behind the body, not into the chair in front of him. Take a look at the photo again. If he bled into this photo, the blood would fall on the floor, not the cards. That's right, so what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs? Oh, man. Well, try turning the chair around. The chair was facing the other way? It would have to be. So, we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Ray returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in the photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Leave the diagram. We now know the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location in this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime scene? Okay, hold on. I'm going to save here, because I feel like I'm going to do something stupid. Victims, killers, witnesses, corpses.
Take that!
Wouldn't it make sense that this is the second witness? You mean to say that I don't make sense? Yes, you do, because you're a massive dick. There we go. Oh, no, of course you do it, sir. As I thought. Oh! victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. But wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think it would be. Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of the game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What? There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. What are you getting with the diagram? Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting, as shown there, where would his assailant be standing? So I'm marking it on the diagram. So we're going to put a mark on the condition. Don't worry, let's just think it through and see what we find. While the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. That's the one thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing? Right there! The killer had to be standing well here? You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. Ugh, thought something was. I thought it was on to something there too. I hardly need to point out that sitting there would be impossible. The victim was facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? Simple logic, really. This was the only place the killer could have been standing. Then that means that at the very moment of the crime. Wait, I know. At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Depp? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for this. We should arrange to examine the cupboard and find out immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Your Honor, what? There's one more thing you're mentioning. Please give this. Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. I love that. I should have gotten a screenshot. But let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. The killer was standing here at the time of the crime, and the cupboard wasn't there, which means... How much moving the cupboard? Thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my! What's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction. Notice something, Apollo? One line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradicting indicator. Victim, the killer, witness, second witness. It is the second witness. Where? The take that! And I hit space. About this cupboard. Are we okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, then something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah! That's right, someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see someone like Mr. Gavin. Did you say? Oh, is the coolest defense of the West losing this duel? Don't expect me to play along through the game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. Someone once, while the window to that room is being blocked by a cupboard. That is X-ray vision? No, his ability is perceive. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene? Excuse me, Your Honor. Order! This is a court of law and I will have order! We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bull Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. What did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there's a secret passage behind it. Yes! I remember that! What? Yes. Oh yes, I believe you mentioned something of this before. This is one of the tricks of the room many of our records. I remember him saying something. Hold on, my coin jar fell. Be good. Secret passage is a handy thing to have when you have engaged in the book. Never know when you might need to duck away from the guys. So there was a secret passage. The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. The girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked, and the victim's hat was only off his head. Oh, fuck. And from Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops, in other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin? Come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we could probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a day with Mr. Smith, a day with Destiny. As he crouched hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment, when the chance came, and he took it. In this moment that he knew he fucked up. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops. Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dead. Then our door stepped out from the secret passage into the hideout. He must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He moved his chair around to look, and after the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the carpet. Spot of blood to the whole story. Too bad for him, he didn't linger any longer in the hideout. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor, and the fact that they were all red. It seems this trial has taken nearly another time. Truly sorry I had to see the stake on Mr. Gavin. Mr. Payne! Ahem. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest.
Objection!
To apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. Not every day you witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics first hand. Mr. Gavin, frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked. A person of your caliber would take such a low-grade conduct. Excuse me. The defendant is free of all suspicion. This is hardly time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. He has, so he's used illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. Not just anyone else, me, some defense attorney.
Objection!
Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin, is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course, this bottle, for instance. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? Not just any fingerprints, Mr. Payne. Actually, yes. The bottle of fingerprints were upside down. In this case, the man an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor? See how the hot fish comes to the last. Well, Apollo? The boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle stuff, but I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation just like that. Yeah. Bottle upside down. Don't let him trick you into thinking these explanations are legitimate. Another look at the court record. Save scum! Fraud card. What? What do you mean fraud card? Yeah, this is the part I don't remember. do I present the bloody ace or? Card said he could. Yeah. I mean, I'm safe.
Take that! Take that!
No. Oh, right, this part.
Take that!
I made this earlier. It's actually easier to show than explain, Your Honor. Place the bottle on the floor next to your shirt. Excuse me? On the floor? Yes, now reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair. See? You naturally go pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat there, playing piano. Bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano. He would naturally pick up the bottles upside down several times. I can't believe it was that simple. I wanted dinner that myself. I was drinking my usual grape juice that. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to drink the juice. But then you must have remembered, so you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Order! 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 What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney, famed tactic and misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Here's your proof. Proof? Well, that's the fact that it's empty, you dumb fuck.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Yes, I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the deck. And there's one bottle of the bottles in question. What are you gonna do, for fingerprints too? I'll be surprised if any found that one is. Say, hello. Why don't you go ahead and examine the bottle? Why? Just humor me. The bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? That's some bottle. There it is! What's good? There's something inside the bottle. Crumpled up 5 of hearts. What's this? A card. Can't be. Call that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Yeah, for a little swindling devotion. I'm not even gonna try. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. But I lost a hand just like I was supposed to. So it searched it. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, this isn't... Tell me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony. I haven't put my hand in my pocket and found the card. Yeah, I stuck a peek in it and so I was feeling like something might have happened, so I disposed the card. Disposed? Where? It was an empty bottle of grape juice I've been drinking last night. I put the card inside the bottle. 5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. The only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club. You, Christoph. Yeah. Sorry, I just messing around with this. It is a lobster! idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright. Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away our attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we can have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? No! You can go... My man incriminated himself further. This time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He did everything. We're processing his arrest now. See, still want us to worry why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you had anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as a traveler, but our profession was sharing, that's all we know about. All right to follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright? 7 years, and yourself and lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance, both as a friend and a leader. He was extremely talented, that's for sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, his court. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a constitute you are. This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright, our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant... Fucking funny bone. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. And I think I get an achievement for this. Court is adjourned. April 20th, 4:28 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Thanks, Apollo. Came through, just like I thought. And that's GG's, yep. I'm pretty sure you didn't do a thing there. You're the one who cornered Mr. Gap, the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. Sensitivity today, didn't you? Your ability. Yeah, sensitivity. You'll come to understand it soon. Wait, what means? I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. This is very vibrant. What? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answers to that question yourself. The answer, right? The was full of questions without answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Wait, you don't know, do you? So locket is the key. Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture's in the locket. Trucy Wright. You're my daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. No, you were right about this thing. I took it off a second, the night he died. Looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw it. The truth is, the locket really did belong to her. Wait, but that's perjury. You testified. You said the locket was yours. I said no such thing, actually. I really said it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. It's not a distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. It's the truth. Why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with the picture of your daughter inside? Sometimes the straightest path of truth is the best one. I'm still just getting started. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices. Some people are just saw Mr. Gavin run away in handcuffs. Apollo. Yeah? Come in to work for me. You mean that Wright and Co. Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, didn't you... You're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yeah. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident set file. In the middle of it all was one name, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its exact conclusion that he left law for marriage. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in the court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? Talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed, and not even to show street. But it was this. Yep, I know it's this one.
Take that!
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter. That's right. Yeah, the card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place. Luckily for us. It's fraud. Fraud. How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who claims it's fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Well, here's the thing. Stealing away evidence like that, I think it should still be allowed, at least personally, because, well, I mean, it's obvious. Do a blood sample on the drop of blood on the card, and if it's the victim's, then boom, it's good evidence. The verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Really, yeah, it's hard. You can't just sound like that and call yourself an attorney. Just call yourself an attorney. That's true. Remember, it is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters as much now, does it? Punched him. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office address. Drop in, if you like. You're still right. Oh, about your uppercut? Try down and take that next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And, Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. That's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries about it. At the time, I had no idea. They were all real. Every mystery that day led to a single thread of logic. I figured that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law. This is how my story begins. Turnabout Trump for completion of episode 1 of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Alright, I think this is a good area to end the stream off, because I've been really fucking up my words. Talking a lot does that to me. I don't know, it's probably just a thing. Whatever, I'm gonna end it off here, and tomorrow we'll continue, or maybe we'll continue later today. I don't know, we'll definitely keep continuing, because this game is fucking awesome. I'm so glad that it finally exists. Alright, well, either way, thank y'all so much for tuning into this stream. I'm so glad to be able to be streaming again. And I'll make sure to try and keep a consistent schedule as much as possible, though school has been a bit of a bitch, so don't expect it to be perfect.